Hi, everybody. This is Paul Hitchcock. I'm the founder of Giant Jacks Media. We help others to grow and nurture their businesses. And I want to get into what Rob is doing. Rob, welcome to you. Thanks for jumping on.
Sure, absolutely, Paul.
Yeah, and we started working together recently. Your Vistage Chair doing great things, and I just thought it'd be beneficial for others to hear the activity that you have going on. And you were kind enough to do this. So yeah, tell me what has happened out of the gates and what's going on with you.
Right. Well, so I've got one group I built from scratch,
Yeah.
and I've taken on a small second group, and I'm really looking to proactively build both of them to 16 to 18 members. And to be honest, Paul, I think we've talked about this. I've run companies, I've run sales departments, but I'm not if you run profiles of what a perfect hunter looks like, it's not me. I know how to manage hunters, but I'm not a hunter, right?
More of a Skinner, more of a Skinner.
Yeah. So the idea was, number one, let's find a process that can work,
Right.
and then find someone who I respect, right, who can create some accountability to kind of keep the ball moving forward. So that's where we were in the process, and I've been thrilled with the technology. Our dashboard we've created. So in Vistage, we have a process, we call it an information exchange,
Yeah.
which at that point is a real lead. If you've got information, you might do a lot of phone calls to talk to people, but if you have an IE, so from what we've done in less than 2 months, or maybe just about 2 months, and the wheels just turning, we've already had 10 IEs.
Awesome for you.
And 3, the next phase in our process is called an SI selection interview, and I've got 3 of those scheduled and more coming. So the pipeline is really full, and our conversion rate on our outreach has been really strong.
Yeah.
And a good part of that was what your team has done, helping kind of build our regional brand on LinkedIn. So when I outreach to people, they look and say, who is this guy? Like, oh, he's worth connecting with. So I think our connection rate is well above 25% on all the requests. So the numbers are really holding strong.
That's great. No, I really appreciate the feedback there. And yeah, when we started working together, that onboarding process was great because you were open to getting into it, looking at your brand. And I think we both, talked about the fact that your personal brand is important for reaching out and people responding, because it's really the first thing they see, whether to get on a Zoom call with you. And those, so Rob, let me ask you, when people are coming into your inbox in the dashboard, you're converting to Zoom calls. How have you been effective at doing that? Is it just getting there early, or how you say it? Like what's helped you transition just to get them on a call?
Yeah. I wish I could say, I have this incredible personality and people just instantly fall in love with me. It's probably really what it is. But if I look at it seriously, I think what's helping is the brand. We've done a couple of videos, and
Yeah.
to be honest, that took me way out of my comfort zone,
Right.
posting videos, but
Right.
it's helpful. And so, people reach out, when I reach out to them to connect, uh, and they just look up my brand. They're like, okay, this guy looks like he knows what he's
Yeah.
doing. And I
Yeah.
would say this, Paul, I've done some of this in the past. And if you would have asked me to write messages, on LinkedIn to connect with people, and I saw your messages, I would not have written them the way you did.
Right.
They're very short, but incredibly effective. And it's kind of like a yes or no. Am I in?
Yeah.
Am I kind of, or it's just very matter of fact. And so I decided, when I looked at this, I said, you know what? It may not be what I think is the right way to do it, but these guys have been doing it. So I've been kind of just following the script, to be honest.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah. You have.
about Rob, but it's really about the process. And I think
Yeah.
that's what's working for us.
Awesome. Love it. No, that's great feedback. And one of the last things I want to ask you is, as you're doing the IEs, then you're filling up the pipeline. Are you meeting virtually, face to face? How do you handle that to close?
Yeah, yeah. I am almost exclusively virtual on this process, unless someone's close by, and it's easier for them to schedule. If you have to
Right.
schedule, find coffee, whatever, we can do all this, just with a Calendly link. right? I do Calendly and all that, and we just get it all set up. I give them the option, do you want to do Zoom or phone? And I'd say it's probably 75% Zoom, 25% phone.
Oh,
Is
okay.
the way they're doing it. But I just think it's more efficient. I am the face-to-face guy. I love meeting face-to-face. But with this, with the conversion rates, because those initial phone calls, those are 10 to 15-minute phone calls. Doing those face-to-face would just not, the ROI would just be what's too much time, travel, etc. Those
Yeah.
have to be there. But the IEs, I've been doing them virtual, and they seem to be working pretty well.
That's great. Well, love it. Yeah, obviously we'll be talking again, tracking the progress as you close people, we'll be high-fiving virtually here. So
Yes.
really,
Good.
yeah, I just want to keep this quick and short, but give some insight to folks out there about it. So Rob, appreciate it. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Paul.
All right.